The show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the great state of Florida and Marlins Park in Miami. Tonight, the opener of a three-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Miami Marlins. Major League Baseball on the show is next. Stepping up to the plate, Adam Rocket. He begins play in this one with his batting average over the .310 plateau. Slapped hard the opposite way. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. Stepping into the box, Adam Rocket. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
In there for strike one. Still all zeros in the run column here in the fourth inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Grounded back up the middle. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And no chance at a recovery here, as despite a great effort that time, they won't get an out on the play. Nice effort by the short. Into the box now, Adam Rocket. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet. So this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
First pitch coming, here it is. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
No runs, 3 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Padres. fastball that's nowhere near the zone. It's 2-0 now. Up and in. Big danger now. It's 3-0.
Even though that wasn't a fastball, it's never fun seeing a pitch come right at your head. Your first thing is to dive out of the way. It's not to see if you can see the stitching of a slider and decipher whether or not it's a fastball.
Here it comes, the 3-0. And that misses for ball 4. So the potential go-ahead run moves over to third now.
It was obvious when the count ran to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles. He was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
A 5-0 finish tonight. The Padres jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Mike Leake earns win number 4 on the season, and it's a dandy, a complete game, 3-hit performance. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Afternoon baseball now from beautiful Marlins Park in Miami, Florida. Today, it's the second of this 3-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Miami Marlins. It's Marlins baseball, and it's next on the show. Settling in now, Adam Rocket.
Second baseman, Adam Rocket.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike. Lamb is off at first with 2 away. Hit the other way out toward right field. Waiting on it is Brinson. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Now at the plate, Adam Rocket. He's hitless coming into this at-bat, so the hit streak he's been riding is on the line here.
Yeah, he's up in the double digits with it. You know, he wants to keep it going as long as possible, but this very well could be the last chance to do that.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Missed with a slider. Heading out towards shallow right. Waiting on it is Brinson. And the inning is over. On the ground to short. Could this be 2? Second for 1. On to Hosmer, a double play, and the inning is over. Marlins get 1
We
here.
were really treated to a good one today. Bottom of the 8th proved to be the difference, though, and a good job here in the 9th to close the book on this one.
A 1-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. Miami came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Drew Steckenrider claims the win out of the pen, his first. Severino Gonzalez closes the door for the save, his 7th of the campaign. Back in 2012, we're live inside the cavernous Marlins Park in Miami. Today, the 3rd and final game in this 3-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Miami Marlins. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Losing 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first...
Oh, hold on here. Well hit into deep left center, and I don't think this one's coming back. No siree. This one is gone. So a 2-run shot to left center. 4th home run for him on the season, and it gives the Padres a 2-1 lead.
You know, as a pitcher, there's nothing worse than getting taken deep, but it's something every pitcher has to deal with. Even the best pitchers give up home runs. You just have to Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game, and it took 6 here to get the job done, but hey, they'll do whatever they can to get a W.
7-5 how today's comes to an end. The Friars took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Alex Wood wins his 3rd of the season. Brad Hand earns the save out of the bullpen, his 9th of the year. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew on that.
The strength for this team, and their manager lets them know it.
Under the lights of Wrigley Field in Chicago. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Chicago Cubs. These two will have a likely impact in this series. Game 1 is next. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year.
Russell.
Happ over at second. Baez at first with no outs. Weakly to the left. Fielded cleanly. And he indeed takes only the out at first as the runners move to second and third with 1 away now.
So here's how the San Diego Padres are positioned defensively. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays.
Have you with us from Chicago as the 9th is set to get underway.
Adam Rocket.
From the stretch. Hit hard towards center. And that's in there. Base hit.
All you can ask as an offense is to try and get that tying run in the batter's box. And they've started out nicely right here. They've gotten 2 runners on. They're down 4. A grand slam is still in play. Let's see if they continue to...
Got a nice little run going here, winning 4 in a row and playing with a lot of confidence. Success is never guaranteed in this game, so you have to appreciate it when it comes.
And tonight's 1-run game comes to an end, 6-5 the final. The Cubbies took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Drew Smyly earns his 5th winner of the year. Carl Edwards Jr. wraps it up for the save, his 17th on the year. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. Bring you baseball from one of the crown jewels of the sport, venerable Wrigley Field in Chicago. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Chicago Cubs. Stay tuned for Cubs baseball. Adam Rocket, and as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. Here comes the first pitch. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they've been hot of late, winners in 4 straight.
Yeah, Matty, this place is buzzing right now. This team won the opener of the series yesterday, and they're looking to step on this team's throat and take the first 2 games of this series.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Well, you look at his numbers, and there's no doubt he's faring much better against lefties, hitting better than 400 against them this season. And when you see swings like this, you can see why.
Standing in, Adam Rocket. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Rocket.
First pitch of the at-bat. Line to the right side. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time, it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game. Pitching, fielding, and hitting. Who knows how long this will last?
8-1 is the final tonight. Chicago get their division-leading 30th win of the year. Kyle Hendricks earns his 6th winning decision in this one. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show. Doesn't get much better than this. Afternoon baseball from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, the 3rd and final game in this 3-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Chicago Cubs. The Cubbies have now won 5 consecutive games. They'll aim to continue their winning streak next. Now at the plate, Adam Rocket.
Second baseman, Adam Rocket.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Hey, I don't mind that batter taking that strike right there. He's walked a couple people early in this game. Got to find out if he can find the zone. If he wants to walk them all in, we'll take it.
And he takes a called strike 2. Ready on 1 and 2. Swing and a liner. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season, well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that confident at the plate, it doesn't matter what.
Settling in now, Adam Rocket, a hit in 2 tries so far.
Adam Rocket.
Now the first pitch here from Lester. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of a sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball. The 1-1 is a curveball that misses high.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
Two and 1. Here's Lester's offering. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
You can bet he's salivating a little in the box right now. He likes to drive in runs, and he's got a great situation and count to do that right here.
Takes this the other way to right, and that's in there. Base hit. And the run will score from second to make this a 5-1 game now. Hit hard on the dive. To first. What a play. 3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this.
This game had its moments, but it got out of hand pretty quick. Always nice when you could coast to a 6-run win. Save your closer for another day and let everyone in on the action.
10-4 the final in this game. The Friars scored 10 runs on the way to victory. Mike Leake earns his 5th winner of the year. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com. Baseball now from the Lone Star State and Minute Maid Park in Houston. Tonight, the start of a 3-game interleague series between the San Diego Padres and the Houston Astros. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Digging in to try it again, Max Stassi. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. The 2-2. To third. Scooped up. There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this.
Keeping on. Got a nice little run going here, winning 4 in a row and playing with a lot of confidence. Success is never guaranteed in this game, so you have to appreciate it when it comes.
11-1 at the end of this one. Houston took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Dallas Keuchel earns win number 7 on the season. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com. Downtown Houston, Texas on a Saturday night in Minute Maid Park. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the San Diego Padres and the Houston Astros. Two of the best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Box now, Adam Rocket. He flew out in his last at-bat.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Popped him up. Gallo has a play, and he brings it in on the warning track. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Popped him up. Gallo in foul ground. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game. Pitching, fielding, and hitting. Who knows how long this will last?
14-6 is the way this one ends. The Astros put a 14 in the run column here today. From Southeast Texas, we welcome you inside Minute Maid Park here in downtown Houston. Today, the 3rd and final game in this 3-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Houston Astros. The Stros have won 5 games in a row. They'll look for number 6 right after this.
Tonight, I can't figure his zone out. He doesn't favor the hitter or the pitcher and can be a little too inconsistent at times.
D-Row, you hit the nail right on the head. I think one of the things we're looking for a consistent zone. If it's a tight zone, it's a high zone. Have the same zone. His zone fluctuates a little bit too much for my liking during the course of a game.
Now the 2-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Reddick on the run, and that's the 3rd out. Now batting, Adam Rocket. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Adam Rocket.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swinging a liner toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. Lamb rounds the corner and is headed home. And he's safe at the plate as it's now a 2-run game. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance.
Sent on the ground out to second. And that's out number 1. And while we have a moment, here's a look at the Padres' Road to the Show report. 2 players that this organization has to be happy about right now. Now in the box, Adam Rocket. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
Rocket.
Here comes the first pitch. A high fastball is in there. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Line drive to left. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. The relay, and he is safe at second base as he legs out a double.
Just goes to show you, if you're going to throw that 2-seam fastball away, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. With this one, it started out on the corner, so it leaked back right over the heart of the plate and got whacked.
Several good offensive performances in this one, but none better than the one turned in by the guy you see right there. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no question, he was a tough out up there. Ended up collecting 3 knocks, including a home run. So without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.